When immigration officials conducted those weekend apprehensions, a group of children was among those ending up in detention. At least 20 of them were among those whose status was being questioned as part of an illegal immigration offensive. And the vulnerable state of those children has drawn criticism and questions over how illegals who are minors are processed, especially if their parentage or status is unclear. LaDawn Davis takes a look.
For the Department of Social Services, protecting the rights of children born here in the Bahamas is a huge, time-consuming, and extremely expensive responsibility. Since the government implemented its new immigration policy 5 days ago, several children born to undocumented foreigners have been detained at the Carmichael Detention Center because their parents could not produce documentation proving legal status. On Wednesday, Social Services Minister Melanie Griffin gave ZNS an update on the status of those who remain in detention.
Social Services would have visited the center on Sunday, on Monday, on Tuesday, and again today. We can report that today there are 5 children, 2 of whom we expect to be repatriated with their parents. They're Jamaicans. And then I think the other 3 are Cubans, and they will be there with their mothers.
Now, if a child is abandoned by a relative, officials say they will be placed in protective custody.
Once those children are placed in one of our child care facilities, every effort is made to locate a suitable relative. If that cannot be found, then they would remain in the institution. And in 1 or 2 cases, they may remain until they reach the age of 18 years. And if they were born here, the social worker would then attempt to acquire all the necessary documents. With regards to the fostering or the adoption of children, it only happens if we are able to regularize the children and they are placed with a Bahamian family.
The Social Services Minister also weighed in on the physically, emotional, and psychological impact these interdictions will have on those children adversely affected.
Parents ought to be able to speak to their children and to advise them of what the situation is, and to let them know exactly what is happening, and to assure them that, everything is fine, because you're still with us, you're still with your parents, and so they're able to, the welfare and the comfort of the children, I think, is the most important thing in these situations. And that is why the policy tries to keep the parents and the children together at all times.
Now, those 5 children and their illegal parents detained at the detention center are expected to be repatriated on Thursday. LaDawn Davis, ZNS Network News.